That means that we're going to be learning about maps and how to use them, and that's right, sketch maps at the top. Well done, organised. So we are going to be having a go at creating our own maps around our houses. So we're going to be using the internet too, which is pretty cool. Well done, those people who've got their sketch maps. I can see that. It's really nice to see how excited you are to see all of those. So well done. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. So you just need to watch my PowerPoint for a minute, and then all will make sense. Okay. There you go. There we go. So sketch maps, that's what we're looking at this afternoon, and this is what you're going to have a go at doing. You're going to have a go at drawing and making your own map. So you can use your colours, your pencils, whatever you like to make your map look really, really good. And all you need for it is a plain piece of paper, maybe a ruler, a pencil if you've got one, and if you've got colours, go for it, okay? Obviously you can't do it all from memory, but I'll show you some different cool things that you can do to make your map this afternoon. So this is an example of a sketch map. So what sorts of things can you see on the sketch map? What sorts of things can you see? You can pop your hands up. Scarlett, what can you see? Unmute yourself.
I can see the cinema.
You can see what, darling?
The cinema.
You can see the cinema. Good. What else can we see? Molly, what can you see? If you just unmute yourself.
Shopping.
Shopping,
Centre.
Good. Let's have a look. Who else? Emma, what can you see, Emma? So unmute. That's it. What can you see, Emma?
The gym.
The gym, good. So there's lots and lots of different things on here that you can see, and this is the sort of sketch map that you're going to do. So you can see different types of roads, you can see shops, maybe a gym, and lots of different things. Now these are all the basic little shapes of the things. So houses would look like this. You can see trees and forests over here, and even traffic lights on here. So you're going to need to have a think about what sorts of things are in your place or around your home. There's someone just, I need to pop on mute. That's it. Okay. So here's another map. So what else can you see? This one's a bit more detailed this time. This is from Google Maps. What sorts of things can you see on there now that you couldn't see on the last one? Let's have a look. Who's not been? Drew, what can you see, Drew?
Subway.
You can see Subway, yeah. Everyone loves Subway. Cameron, what can you see, Cameron? So if you click the little unmute button. Shall I come back in a minute? Who else can see?
I was going to say the subway.
You can see the subway. What else can you see on there, though? What else can you see? What are these?
Roads.
They are roads. Who thinks they might know why some roads are different to the other roads? Can you see this one here? And then look at the difference between that one and that one. Why might some roads look different on a map? Olivia.
Sometimes they're like down a little street.
That's right. So sometimes we have little streets like this one, but these ones, the bigger ones, tend to be more main roads, and motorways are even bigger. They're much, much bigger. But this is more of a detailed map. Okay, let's move on. So you're going to have a go at drawing your own sketch map of the local area around your house. You might want to think about special landmarks. So landmarks are clear things that you can see. When you went back to the other maps, it might be houses or the gym, or you might have special little places around your house that you might think that other people might want to see on your map. These are your different landmarks. These are the things that you want to pick out. So there's some things that you can put on your map, like a title, like this one here. That's Ada's map, so that's a nice title at the top. You've even got a nice little compass down here you might want to have a go at drawing. Maybe some simple lines or some details to tell us about what's there. It doesn't have to be every house and tree, but maybe just some things that are around your house. You could add a little note just to say, obviously, it's not to scale. And then that little north arrow is what I talked about here. Depends which way your house faces. You'll be able to see it on some of the maps. Now I'm going to show you 2 really useful websites that you can use this afternoon. It might be, guys, that you want to go out as a family and go for a walk this afternoon or tonight and have a bit of a look round and see what's in your local area. But some people can't, so that's okay. So there's 2 things that you can look at. The first one here is obviously on Google. Now, if you type in your postcode, and I'm sure your parents can help you with that if you're not sure, if you type in your postcode, that's good, whoever said I know, that's good. So you type in your postcode at the top, and then can you see the little maps bit just there?
I know.
So you click on maps, and then what's great is when you click on that, it zooms in, and can you see Delamere's just there? So that's really, really good. So maps is really good to use, and it's full of lots of things where you can zoom in and zoom out. You can even have little photos, and you can scroll through and look at the streets, which is really good. So if you wanted to zoom out, you see the little backwards arrow? So you can zoom out, you can see different places. But what's really clever is if you zoom in, I'll get you to school here. So zoom in. And then can you see the little person just down there, the little yellow person? So what you do is you click on that person. Oh, plonk. And then you drop them down there, and then basically what happens is it zooms in, and it's able to show you what the street would look like. So it doesn't seem to be working at the minute, I think, because so many people online. But that's what happens basically when you, they're struggling. So that's what happens. Oh, there you go, look. So when you drop the little person, you can see there, and there's school. So that's a cool little tip. The other one you can use this afternoon is called Google Earth. Now, so if you just type in Google Earth, this is that's what will come up. And then all you do is you click on Launch Earth here. And basically what's really cool is that you get, see when it comes up in a second, look at that. So that's the whole world right there, all on that. Look at that. It's fantastic. Really, really good. So there you go. Let's turn you all the way around.
Can't see anybody.
That's it. So all you do is you press Google Earth, and then that comes up. And then when you want to search for something, you just type it in the box. Just here. So you click the little magnifying glass, the little search bit just there at the side. You put in your postcode. I've done it before. So you click on, and then what it does, it might be a little bit slow, but it should work. Basically, it zooms all the way in. There you go.
Mr. Huddart?
Yes.
What do you do at where it's kind of like is that where your house is?
So this is, I've done Delamere School today. So I zoom in a little bit so you can see. Can you see? So I typed in the school address and you can see it. So what you could draw on your little map, not that you're doing school, you're doing your home, but you can do school if you want, is you can see the roads and the smaller, thinner roads.
Oh, the field!
And then you can see the house and the field, and you can see the playground. If you zoom really in, can you see the big 60? How cool is that on the Jubilee Garden? There you go. So that's cool, isn't it? So that's it, guys. So that's what you're going to do this afternoon, is have a go at trying to create your own maps of your houses. So have a go at using either Google Earth or Google Maps and see how you get on. Does that sound good? So
Yeah.
you can unmute yourself if there's anything you want to ask or anything you're not sure of. How are we doing? Does that sound okay, guys? Do you know what you're doing?
Thank you.
Is that okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
Mr. Huddart,
Yes.